Hello and welcome back to Lulu Storylog, where we uncover the real stories behind the music. Looking out the window tonight, it's just so peaceful.
It really is.
It's rare to have this kind of silence where, the world just seems to stop for a bit.
And it creates such a contrast with the story we're looking at tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We are leaving this quiet night and dropping straight into the blazing, humid sun of a Tennessee summer.
Right. The artist takes us back to a really specific time, a family reunion. You have the son visiting from California, the daughter's down from Toronto. And the setting itself is so crucial here.
It is. This house with 3 massive ancient oak trees.
Exactly.
And those oaks are more than just scenery, aren't they? I mean, in the South, that kind of thick shade is a sanctuary.
It is. It really sets the stage for this false sense of peace.
Yeah, the family is all relaxed. They're driving home from the park. The dog Lulu's in the back. It's all just so picturesque.
Until they pull into the driveway. And they made this one mistake that, maybe anyone not used to the South might make.
They roll the windows down.
Just to catch a little breeze.
And instead of a breeze, they got a full-blown biological event.
Yeah, we aren't talking about a few bugs buzzing in.
No, this was a mass emergence of cicadas. The artist literally describes it as monsters just pouring into the car.
The details in the notes are so intense.
Right.
It wasn't just them flying in, it was the sound. Cicadas at close range, they scream like sirens.
So you have a car, it's full of screaming adults, flailing arms, just total sensory overload.
But the real center of the chaos was Lulu.
Oh, Lulu the dog. You'd hope a dog would be, the brave defender in a situation like that.
Not a chance. Instead, the story highlights just a total collapse of canine dignity.
It's such a hilarious image, isn't it?
It really is. The lyrics actually compare her to a chimpanzee.
Because in her panic, she didn't just hide, she scrambled up the daughter's back.
And perched right on her shoulders.
I mean, can you imagine that? You're being pelted by these screaming insects, and then suddenly you're also wearing a terrified dog, like a hat.
While the neighbors are just watching this whole spectacle unfold in the driveway.
Oh, of course.
And then, once they finally get out of the car and inside, we get this fantastic glimpse into the family dynamic.
The dust settles.
And the artist, the father figure here, tries to reclaim control with logic.
The classic dad moment. He brings a live cicada inside to show everyone.
Hook, see? They don't bite. He's trying to, reason with this primal fear.
Which naturally failed completely.
Oh, miserably. The notes say everyone just scattered like children. It didn't matter that they were adults.
The instinct just took over.
But this all leads us to the real heart of the track.
Right, because now that the artist is back in the quiet of Canada, that sharp scream of the cicadas has changed.
Yeah.
It's become a cool summer memory. It's just a perfect example of how how it filters our experiences.
It's that retrospective gloss, isn't it? The pure adrenaline that made it a nightmare in that moment is exactly what makes the memory so vivid later on.
It wasn't a peaceful day, but it was a moment where the family was so vividly, undeniably together in that chaos.
Peace is pleasant, but chaos is memorable.
Exactly. The messiness is what makes the nostalgia feel so real. But while the memory has softened, the song has not.
Not at all. The track doesn't sound like the calm reflection. It sounds like the incident itself.
It absolutely does. It captures that fight or flight energy. You have to listen for the banjo solo. It feels just like the panic in the car.
And that high-pitched whistle.
Yes. It mimics that cicada siren perfectly.
So it sounds like we should prepare ourselves for the funniest chaos in this whole town.
Now, should we go meet the song contained in this story?
Please subscribe and like.
Under the Tennessee sun, blazing hot, 3 big oaks in our parking spot. Cruising home, feeling the breeze. Windows down, passing the trees. But as we turned into the shade, the biggest mistake we ever made. Thick as a thumb, ugly as sin. Screaming like sirens, they poured right in. Not just one, but 100 or more. A buggy invasion through the open door. Panic in the car, bugs in the air. Lulu's climbing everywhere. Daughter's screaming, son is fighting for his life. It's a buggy nightmare for me and my wife. That high-pitched whistle, that beep sound, the funniest chaos in this whole town. monsters with giant wings, landing on knees and sticky things. Lulu the dog lost her head, couldn't find the floor, couldn't find her bed, so she jumped right up. What a sight to see, perched on my daughter like a chimpanzee. The neighbors watched our family show, our welcome to Tennessee, blow by blow. I said, kids, relax, they don't bite, just grab them by the wings, it's quite a sight. But they yelled back with a face of fear, Dad, don't let those monsters near. Panic in the car, bugs in the air, Lulu's climbing everywhere. Daughter's screaming, son is fighting for his life. It's a buggy nightmare for me and my wife. That high-pitched whistle, that beep sound, the funniest chaos in this whole town. Panic in the car, bugs in the air, Lulu's climbing everywhere. Daughter screaming, son is fighting for his life. It's a buggy nightmare for me and my wife. That high-pitched whistle, that beep sound, the funniest chaos in this whole town. Now up north where the nights are still, I kinda miss that southern trill. The oak tree shade and the screaming sound of the wildest drive on Tennessee ground.